My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2, where we are entering the sluice with a team that have quite good relationships with one another.
Tread carefully and quickly. This is swine country.
Continually over the course of this run looking for... Oh, Dyla needs to get some killing blows here as well, would be ideal. Continually over the course of this run... Let's use the Glimmers of Hope on you. I'm looking for hero shrines so I can continue unlocking the abilities, especially of the Man-at-Arms and the Runaway. Academic study. Ooh, brilliant, inscrutable. We have much to learn from it. Which of you has more positives? Neither at the moment. I'm gonna go for the trinket over the combat items. Patricia says, I'm never gonna go hungry again, selling you. Forms a better relationship with Dyla over the theft, and has found true entropy. At turn start, add one random token. I wonder. I've got Footman's Grog to convert two of those tokens to positive versions instead. Although both of those happen at turn start, so I wonder, is it possible I can get the token and then translate it in the same turn? We'll see. Ooh, Patricia's relationship with Abba is up.
Stumbling and grasping. Shadows of what they once were.
With an insult, weirdly, as Patricia says, I'd like you better were you quiet. It's okay. We'll PBS in a turn. That'd be worth it. Ooh, I can get back to 100% torch with the single glimmer of hope here. Not going to, but I could.
Cooperation is the key.
I mean, if I already have to taunt by default, I might as well gain some block pluses there. Gruesome Reflection has added some horror to the scenario, as well as given a weak token to someone who immediately converts it. Oh, never mind. Okay, so that did have an order. Footman's Grog did not convert. True Entropy added a strength, which then cancelled out with the weakness before Footman's Grog could even activate.
Lethality writ large.
Beauty.
Agony by accumulation.
This is pretty much exactly how I wanted this to go. Absolutely stuffed full of lead.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Why don't you go to the back line and think about what you haven't done? Burn the woodsman there.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
I don't believe the woodsman's capable of using any of the powerful attacks from the back line. Carve the toy, rather. Not protect the child. They can use protect the child from that position, but I was trying to say
Collaboration confers advantage.
that they were going to be using a different move. Okay, cool. Just a bunch of resistance buffs there. A crit. And then I follow up immediately with another crit. And it's against the same target, so I get a positive relationship trigger. Oh, baby.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
Minor Wolf's Blood, +2 speed, negative 10% max HP. That's an impactful amount of max HP, unfortunately. And a often unimpactful amount of speed. What is this? The Swine's Cache, ill-gotten treasures. Peculiar pods. Gain 25% debuff resistance piercing. Gain when hit remove disease 5% of the time. What? And if flame is higher than 75, -2 speed. Locked strong box has mixed treasure plus 48 different relics there for us. Also get a Tinker's Bench along the way, a poultice, spiked ball, stimulants. Neat! Kind of cool. I don't think I really need to adjust or modify anything still. Do I really want to pierce the resistance of people specifically for debuffs? I don't think that matters to me.
At least it should be.
Yeah, one of them had a Candle of Hope, buddy. So I chose that
Walls
one.
and ancient waterways, the swine proliferate unseen and unchecked.
Excellent. First things first, torch. Second thing second, plague grenade.
Malaise, measured and steady.
I'm going to take aim, removing my own blindness, and we'll see if I still need to do that again later. Unfortunately, now we have proof. True Entropy activated, gave me a weakness token. Footman's Grog did not activate. So I believe before either of them activates, they determine whether or not they will, and then they activate left to right. Gotta get some fire on that target, who skitters into invisibility before dying at the start of the next round. How dare you squeal at me? I'm gonna quickly bellow at the enemies here, attempt to buy myself some speed over the top of them. The yips got me again, so now I have to use the milk-soaked linen.
Bravo!
Before PBSing there for... Hey, that's one of our death blows that we need to get against swine. True Entropy gave me a weakness token. True Entropy has only given me negatives so far. It's given me a positive that cancelled out a negative, but in doing so, it prevented me from getting a positive. All it's done has been harm me. Ah, the corpses count as an adjacent monster. Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. I'm going to throw Defender backwards here, leaving only one target really open, so to speak, in our Highwayman. Yep, who's more than happy to be open because they are ready to riposte. Hey, thank you. We got a crit token. It's all worth it in the end. There we go. I just wanted to get that guy down to death's door. For that reason. Good fight.
Abandoned or forgotten, it is ours now.
Only 4 relics there for us. However, we do get the completion of Dyla's hero goal, which is great because there's not that many swine in other locations. None that I can think of at all, in fact.
So twisted by despair.
I guess Patricia probably needs to do this the most. Has the worst relationships with the other people who agree with her. So can enhance those. I'm not blind yet. Let's see if I become it. Oh boy. I need 2 more damage on that unit. The very backline's dead, though.
Cooperation is the key.
I'm gonna roll a bellow here. Great. Putting me in a really good position to
Writ large.
PBS, and then get just any ability to give me extra damage will be enough for the Swine Skulker. But I don't want to use the Noxious Blast because that will consume the combo token. I'm going to use Ounce of Prevention.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
There's a hopeful buff to go out.
A
I
breakthrough.
burn the 2 targets on the field. In doing so, I kill one of them. I'm going to also elect to stand fast here on our front line. Smash.
A master stroke. Empowered, emboldened.
We cannot stop critting for the life of us. Down to death's door with you. Unfortunately, I can de-stress ABBA by 1 or 2. And 2
confers advantage.
requires not using the first de-stress.
Persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats.
But it's okay, this gets me below
In
4,
this
so
world, wealth is worthless without purpose.
we have fewer negative interactions.
The loathing abates.
Huh. Well fought all, and right back at you, ABBA. Are we at the next inn? It feels like the... Oh,
Sharpen
7
your
links in.
blades, that
We get a creature stand before we go.
exercise our
Hell yeah.
fortune.
ABBA, make him vulnerable. Also, ABBA needs better relationships with everyone in the party, as it turns out. Probably except for Dyla. Managed to hit despite the, despite everything, frankly. Quick PBS there. I mean, if the Rabbit Rush doesn't give a disease, I don't really care. Firefly,
Cooperation
some
is the
removal as it turns out. And I'm gonna roll Defender on the Arsonist. Yeah, they've already got a reason to hit her. I don't need them to have many more. One more Plague Grenade, and I believe that is the Spitter now dead. Yes, even without anything extra there. I'm gonna use Smoke Screen to de-stress Abattoth, if nothing else.
mistimed, misdirected. A deliberate and methodical appliance of harm.
Beautiful. Oh, I didn't want to do that at the end of the round. Ooh, boy. I got the yips. I'm yipped up. Someone's got to start dealing with the dodge tokens on the back line. Unfortunately, that's going to have to be... Oh my god. All of my good actions? I'm going to take aim from the second line here. Getting ready to just shoot constantly. Got a bellow. And it works. We even get the debuff on a lot of them.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
We haven't gotten diseased yet. That's good enough for me.
A breakthrough.
I'm going to take the one that has more health remaining, because we follow up with a plague grenade. Wow, both of the plague grenades have been resisted. So 60, 27. So it rolled 27 4 times in a row for the enemy backline here, effectively.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
It's definitely time to roll Standfast there to cancel out all of the vulnerability that was on Abba. We get munched.
But deadly all the same.
We can take a little bit of damage on basically everyone, just not a lot of damage on anyone. Savvy? Good lord, I cannot blight that character at all. They do need to die though, so... got him, I guess? Time to start smoke screening, blinding, and stunning targets consistently here. We do manage now to stun one of them. You know, with those DOTs, I definitely think it's now time for a battlefield medicine.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
Cure all of them, please. Take aim seems appropriate for the possibility of preventing incoming damage, as well as guaranteeing future kills. I don't really want to be blind. But I can prevent damage instead. Run and hide. I don't need to do that right now. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to see. Hey, the corpse. I mean, I do have my... If I do it in time, I could bellow and prevent that crit. One on death's door, and it's gonna die soon enough. Okay. I'm gonna blind the target as well as set up combo on them.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Uh-oh. Bellow misses. I do not manage to remove the crit. We get crit in response for 2 damage and a bunch of debuffs and 1 stress. Never mind, it wasn't even slightly an issue.
Well done.
True Entropy added a weakness, cancelling out my strength token. True Entropy so far has mostly been bad.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
Enemies dazed and blind and dead and completely sated, and they can crit and they're well defended. A little bit of smoke screen never hurt nobody. Except for this enemy, whom it seems to be wrecking. I'm just looking for something along the lines of a little bit of stun. Got him. Yeah, I'm just going to continue wailing on the same target, see if I can force better relationships through that. No? Okay.
In crisis, no gain is insignificant.
Kindness appendage, we have even more mastery for the future.
Loathing abates.
I've also used the pistol shot 2 times in single fight, so Ballard, I mean, if I really wanted to tag pistol shot off now, I could. Highway robbery. No, I still need another unit that can project damage to the back line rather than just Patricia and Dyla. Because neither of them is incredibly reliable at doing so. Both reasonable, neither overwhelmingly reliable.
The place is a little worse for wear, but familiar nonetheless.
You know, I'm fine with them giving me as many negatives as they want because I can't hold all of them. Eventually I will just be filled with negatives, and the negatives will have to stop. Spacious Strongbox. Increases stacking for relics and baubles by 40 per stack. Ooh, right, that's that's part of our random treasure, I imagine. Looks like we got a dead ringer as well. Neat, neat.
One learns quickly when survival demands it.
This area is who commands the lawless pillagers and profiteers. We get plus 20% damage versus pillagers until the next inn. And the chitinous appendage we've delivered has given negative 50% to combat and inn item prices here.
Conventional fare, but fairly priced.
Plus 20% to healing given. Only makes sense to take that and then put it on Dyla. 10% more healing given, and now I don't have to worry about the negative damage. As for provisions, I mean, you know, playing cards to try and make everyone love one another again. Be neat. But what would be more direct? Because, like, Abba and Dyla's relationship needs work. Honestly, it's Abba and everyone.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
I didn't actually mean to get the whittling tools there. Oops. Blocked by Curmudgeon. And it's Abba who picked up Curmudgeon, so I can't even use the playing cards. Oh boy. That's not great. I'm gonna buy you some whiskey then. I'm gonna buy you a drink.
On the road to damnation.
Nope. That'll do. In fact, they crit on the positive there, so they're +6 after the -2. That'll work. Abba and Dyla, 2, and you have a positive relationship with one another, or rather a friendship. We also have luxury gear in the Spacious Strongbox.
Your coach must be maintained if it is to carry you where you must go.
Okay, so relic and bauble stacking is now increased by 40 per stack. So I don't actually need to spend all of them before leaving.
Consider your position and plan accordingly.
It doesn't seem to make sense in my mind to take the Shroud here. Anti-commerce, avoid the Hoarder. I don't really want to avoid the Hoarder. I have negative 75% on the cost of trinkets. Also, I have these 2 impermeable poultices that want to increase the blight resistance of a character. We're more likely to face blight in the Shroud versus the Sprawl. Actually, also, the Sprawl would be really, really good for giving extra trinkets to Patricia, but it would also be really, really bad for Patricia to have to navigate. I do think I'm going to go the other direction there. We do have an open relic slot. Lower debuff resist, no. Lower max HP for extra speed on our frontliner here. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I really don't want to do that. Dead Ringer is a really good, good pickup for a character like Dialer, maybe. Using Blinding Gas and then just hitting a... I mean, the upgrade on Blinding Gas gives it the ability to daze. And then if it also hits daze with the Dead Ringer, that's a stun. It's just stunning the backline. Only 15% of the time, and also it relies on debuff resistance failing as well, so it's not particularly neat. I don't really think I need to change anything about this. Chance to produce contraptions. Maybe I want chance to produce contraptions more than I want spacious strongbox right now.
Reconfigure. Meet each challenge on its own terms.
The real benefit of the spacious strongbox is that it's a luxury item for the sake of extra resistance per luxury item equipped.
Any advantage is a good thing.
Sudden trailing out there. I can't get the hero shrine locations. No, I want the hero shrines. That's important. I want to have luxury gear on the vehicle. I don't think we need extra whiskey right now. I think our relationships with one another are well sorted, in fact. I have only one more thing that I can pick up, and we are going to the Shroud, I believe, here. I could also just go to the Sprawl and not go to the Hoarder. Both of you, there's Curious and Booty, each of which are plus 100% Academics location scouting, as well as plus 200% to Academics caches.
The
Going to the
shrouded
Shroud.
coast, isolated and drowning in amphibious degeneracy.
Noxious Blast needs to do more damage. I'm going to
Repaired and refurbished. Ready for the leagues ahead.
pump our vehicle a wee bit there. Have one quick look at these remaining. Any of you especially useful in the next area? No, I don't think so. Extra blight resistance piercing. It's a noxious weapon. I don't really think I want to take that on. Nope. I think I'm done. We'll join the Glimmers of Hope together and then rest for the Shroud. Look at the positive relationships. Like those. Hopefully.
Tried and tested. A bond to be counted on.
Two respectfuls and a hopeful so far.
Unites the hopeful.
2 and 2 now.
While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
My god. 2 hopeful, 2 respectful, and an amorous relationship is going to give us a pretty large amount of additional assistance for the rest of the squad.
Propriety floats listless on the tide, brined in noxious degradation.
Alright, there is a... I have all hero shrines scouted as well. So there is a hero shrine directly ahead of us. And then I can go to the right and then cut over to the left in order to get another hero shrine. And then cut over to a right just at the very end to the hospital and then an oasis before leaving. So this is a path that is realistically
Safe passage along this stretch. A welcome reprieve.
realistically, it seems like this path is going to be no risk almost at all, and is hopefully going to give us the ability to get really, really powerful before we have to start taking risks. Which of you has the best relationship with Dyla? That would be Ballard. Absolutely. Okay, Ballard, you'll take this. Oh, the enemies are hastened. This could cause some problems. Dang. Got dodged, but at least I managed to light up the enemy. Something ridiculous. Coral Reef and vulnerability on that line. I think I'm just gonna open with a PB. Ooh. 1 damage short of just taking the target out. Unfortunately, as I learned with the Firefly earlier, I don't have the ability. Well, no, I would have to do 0 damage to the target for this to work appropriately. Give him a bollocking! Oh, love the way the characters speak in this game. Standfist. I think he's starting for a Standfist. We even get a block plus out of it. Ooh, baby. Good hit. Got a plague grenade involved in there.
This is no time to
Do not keel hold me. That's the last thing you're allowed to do to me, okay, buddy?
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
In the world. So, wake up. Wake up, Mr. Freeman, and smell the ashes. Firefly hits their captain, takes him out post haste, toot sweet. And with but 1 noxious blast, we take out the final unit on the board as well. Roll a cauterize here for a cheeky little self-heal. And then we watch the captain burn and blight out at the same time.
Result.
Which is going to kill you faster, the creeping sickness? Or the smoke? Because it's never the fire. Hero Shrine.
Let nothing bar your path.
Absolutely, Wayne. I've been clear as hell from the start of this run. This is a Hero Shrine run. And I will let no one bar that path. Wait, how many do you... So someone who's unlocked all of theirs has 4 more currently than the Man-at-Arms. When's the Man-at-Arms gonna get repulsed? I don't need it in this run at the absolute least. Patricia, how could this thing that warmed us on cold nights be terrible?
Chapter 3. Drawn to the flame. She would stay up long into the night, tending the fire. Captivated by its shifting hues, she thrilled to the eerie dance of spark and ember, running her fingers absent-mindedly over the scars that patterned her arm. The hearthlight seemed somehow alive, and in these private moments, she yearned to reach out and be touched once again by its searing embrace.
Ooh, self-imletist. Controlled burn. Cooldown 3, ignores stealth. The target gets 3 burn. Apply on attack. Burn? Control burn. Inflicts 2 burn on monsters in this rank on turn start. And inflicts 3 burn on monsters in this rank on turn start. What? Let's drop Ransack for a moment. Actually, probably run and hide, right? Apply on attack that symbol. Why doesn't it say just target gets that and that? What is... I don't understand how that's working. I'm gonna try and use it in a fight and just check it out. One good way to try and figure out what something does? Make it do the thing and look. It seems like an appropriate level of risk.
Incremental, but deadly all the same.
How dare they? I'ma just defend into a PBS here, casually. Firefly, unfortunately I can't use it on the target that I wanted to, that's okay. Let's see what this is doing. Okay. Inflicts 2 on monsters in this rank on turn start. But like if I attack you again, does that happen again? Like do you get another stack? No, you don't seem to get another stack of that. Because it applies it to the rank rather than to the target. Yep, that's what it is. Cool. Is it a good ability though?
The smallest variable can make all the difference. Abandoned or forgotten, it is ours now.
It has a cooldown of 3. How long does it last for, though? Does it say that? Nope. And the upgrade only changes one thing on it. Oh, well, actually, never mind. It upgrades the stack itself to be Control Burn Plus, which, yeah, is 3 burn on the monsters. That's cool. It seems probably best against bosses. It doesn't seem especially good at all, though.
Still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
Aren't we in the sprawl? Rough to get the armor out for the sprawl here. Pristine Lure. Gain on hit. Taunt. Or taunt twice. And then on miss, bleed. Okay, let's start sorting out our items. I haven't really been using items a lot, unfortunately, which is why I've got so many. I'm gonna get rid of the peculiar pods, as well as the strong shackles. Dead ringer, no, I'll keep you. Heat shield, you're out. Minor protectorate, as well as the minor gilded mind and the minor wolf's blood, all by the wayside of the road. Also the miner's bouncer's belt, please. Okay, along the road to damnation. I'm gonna take a battle.
At the mercy of the road and its myriad dangers.
This should not really pose much of a threat to us. It takes us over to another hero shrine, so I can get yet another unlock. Maybe it's time to get the final unlocks for the Plague Doctor. Because you get 2 in the final unlock. Let's make you blind and vulnerable. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to blind you. Your vulnerability, though, that'll be enough.
Collaboration confers advantage.
Bellowing is not only exactly what I want to do there, it also de-stresses Patricia. The stress removal. It's unparalleled. Oh no, stress gain. It's paralleled. Quick ransack, just in case it ends up relevant.
We can rely only upon each other.
That's a road fight.
In crisis, no gain is insignificant.
Very legitimately true. I want every relic, every bauble, and I mean, oh wait, this is a field hospital? Oh, I can choose a different path later if this.
Joints ache and muscles burn. The body requires attention.
I gotta get rid of the yips. Curmudgeon is also causing a problem with my abilities. Vicious is giving me the effect at the wrong time. Also, like, damage isn't really what we are supposed to be, doing. What we are doing here with the Runaway. We're looking for DOTs instead. So I'm more than happy to keep Pyromaniac.
We need not be defined by our shortcomings.
Leeches for disease removal, surgeon's table. Oh, I think I just want to continue removing negatives here. I don't want people to be angry at one another constantly, and I think like if I got rid of 2 more in Boisterous and Occult Maniac. We seldom burn anyway, so I don't think I really need to worry about pyrophobia. Ta-da! Yay! Field hospital! Woohoo! I mean, oof, I did want to go to the Oasis. Oh, what? Shambler's altar? Oh. Can I? Maybe? Shambler's altar? Maybe? Me? Can I Shambler's altar? Can I? What if I did it? Shambler's altar, that is. We do have riposts. That's a big part of it. We have the ability to rectify our own positioning. That's a big part of it. We have DOTs. Dare I say that's a big part of it. Controlled burn. I don't think I have to make that choice right now. I have at least until this position. But, oh boy. I could take out a Shambler.
Look ahead. A place to reflect, remember, and reconcile.
That might suddenly turn this whole... Oh. Yeah, nice try. I'm going to use a Glimmer of Hope immediately, and then I'm going to pop the Ounce of Prevention. I do not want a disease. Don't you dare. Skull Toss. We resist the stun. Do I want a PBS to set up for Abba right now? Or do I want to take aim? Take aim. And there's a good reason to do this as well. I'm now going to add a bunch of negative tokens to this character, who will then howl, 1 unit will dodge, 3 of them get horror, 1 of them resists a disease. That plus 15% disease resist, possibly coming in clutch right there. Now, 50% chance to hit this stun, which it does. Excellent. And leaves me with an ideal target for slapping. Slap. Also, more lighter game, please.
A brilliant conclusion.
I want to get a controlled burn down as well. Yep, there's the hell.
The slow suffering begins.
Horror, but no stress, thankfully. Yelling at the enemies doesn't seem especially useful here. Don't need de-stress. Stand fast doesn't do that much either. I think I would prefer to have access to PBS next turn. I'm gonna bellow. Try and slow down both of the enemies here, as well as get some stress off of Patricia. We do manage to slow them. And get the stress off. Which is past. I mean, the frontliner, I am going to be shooting with my gun next turn. In the face with a big bullet. Quick little bit of smoke screen for the enemy backline, blind them up. I believe stand fast is the appropriate choice for me right now. Come on. Skull Toss misses. Thank you for the blind. Boom! We get the ghoul down onto Death's Door with the point-blank shot, and then it dies to its
Have their
DOTs.
solutions, even the big ones.
Keep blighting up the enemy backliner. The enemy did just howl. No, they skull tossed. Possibility is they howl this round, so I was about to try and give myself more riposte, but I already have riposte. For the sake of de-stressing Patricia at this point, we will use Bolster for the -2. Play Grenade for a crit, even more stress healing, love it. Enemies going down to Death's Door this round.
A master stroke.
Especially with a crit like that. Alright, frontliner, take aim. And if a sea of troubles turns up here, you'll know what to do. Hey! What? I was gonna... I wanted to riposte that. Quick bellow. And that'll get it done.
The
Huge
unrelenting
PBS.
application of violence yields morbid gains.
Double stress removal. We get a mastery for the fight as well. Hell yeah. That was a road fight that gave us a mastery there? Road fights can... I think I knew that road fights can give you mastery, but it's still hitting me in a brand new way right now because of the impact of that information. If I go in a different direction, I break my wheels, which prevents me from travel healing or prevents me from having armor at the start of the combat.
Who will face the half-remembered horrors of their past?
Pretty free. Get him, run away. This one's probably playable.
Chapter 4. Burnt Offering.
I haven't seen them give 3 ones that are read out without a playable in a row. Uh-oh.
An accident. But surely there was time to contain the flames.
Smoldering. This pile of scrap is smoldering. The flame slowly burns down. There's also a stove behind it and then a chair behind that. Smother the fire. On self removes burn. On target removes smoldering and also the next thing after that, one can only imagine. Spark flint, which I can't really figure out why I would want, because I'm trying to prevent the flame right now. Smother the fire. Disappointing. Wait, my goal is play... Oops. I hope that doesn't prevent me from... I'm gonna start burning that chair. Wonderful. Start burning the scrap. Oh, baby. Oh, got 2 stacks of smoldering on that. So, there we go. I can feed that flame and then turn it into a flaming pickup. Great. I'm gonna spark flint on the stove as well, which does get 2 stacks of smoldering there. And spark flint on the very back line. And then I will trade this smoldering into flaming. We'll get licked with flames. And then I just have to make the other one burn, right? One assumes. It dances. Captivating.
The walls were alight. There was no stopping it now.
Oh, dragonfly. So from the front 2 positions, this targets both of the enemy's front 2 positions, so a grape shot blast. Moves us back by 1 position. To the targets, it gives 2 burn and a 25% chance to get combo. Does that upgrade to 3 burn or 4 burn? 4 burn is huge, 3 burn less so. 4 burn, baby! Yeah, I did want the ability to move backwards. After maybe using a ransack or something like that. I'm gonna tag it on. I'm gonna give it a go. I don't really like true entropy. It's just too random. Can I put it on someone who has the ability to mitigate a lot of the randomness, a lot of the negative effects of that randomness they might be exposed to? Yeah, and have done so. And there will be other combinations to do so. But will that necessarily still make it a good thing, or will it make it something that I have built around to make it not bad? Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna lay a little heavy on that latter side there. Ooh, desperate few. Hey, buddies. Yeah, I definitely want the torch. We sure can't beat a reward. Give me 30 flame.
No gain is insignificant.
And a bottle of whiskas. Dang, I should have used another one of the lights. Oh boy, they do want to go to the Shambler's altar, don't they? Acacias are good. So are oases, though. I could theoretically just go to a hospital and not love it. That's fine. You get shuffled at the start of a fight with this enemy. I can remove blindness with the milk-soaked linen. I can blind the enemy with the smoke bomb. How are the rest of my combat items? Anti-venom's huge in that fight. Oh wow, that might actually be able to. Okay. Crush having the ability to reach line 3 could be pretty impactful in that fight. Stand fast is significantly less likely to be so. Controlled burn is very useful in boss fights. Cauterize seems like it'd be good there. So does... Ah, dang. I want the ability to move forward. I want the ability to move backwards. I want the ability to blind the boss. I want the ability to do damage. And I want the ability to heal. Unfortunately, controlled burn is outside of all of those. Legitimately, I believe that smelling salts are not going to be as impactful as a salve. Also, I've got plus 20% to healing given, so putting Dialer, or rather giving Dialer the salve, I believe, will increase the healing from it there as well. Let's go for 50% extra bleeding resist on Ballard. I'd love to be able to use the spiked ball. All right. I'm tense. Look, I got what I wanted from this run, didn't I? I went to a couple of hero shrines. I got those. All right. Let's see if the Shambler kills us. Abatoth, we've got real battles that you don't consider the Shamblers real Buddy, the Shambler is the only real battle. Ballard knows what's up. Takes us into the battle. Dims the torch a little even on the way in.
The star-spawned child of the infinite void.
Obdurous advancement, unfortunately, has managed to be cast. I'm gonna take aim in the back line, because otherwise Ballard is gonna have some issues here. The Shambler has 100% stun resist. Is not immune, just 100% resist. Smoke bomb. I do get the double blind stack. That's incredible. I want to roll Rampart in order to move forward. Unfortunately, in order to do that, I have to possibly use that stun token. I don't. Excellent. Very much prefer not to have. I'm going to hit one of the Shambler's tentacles, start dealing with them slightly early. And in fact, I'll use a Duelist's Advance in order to do so. Slightly rectifying the party positioning as well as setting up riposte. And also, Dodge Plus on Patricia. Comes out a Clapper Claw. That's another one, which gets dodged. And definitely an appropriate time for a Blade Grenade.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Strenolius Lament. I just got the Plague Doctor out of the front line. What are you doing to me? I could use Dragonfly here. And will, in order to get additional burn on the Clapper Claw, preventing it from ever getting another action. Legitimately think my best action here might be yelling. Let's do it. Meta Firefly, the main target. Have way too much burn on one of the Shamblers. Setting up a PBS for 18 damage, unfortunately requires a wasted turn for our Plague Doctor. Undulating withdrawal.
Slow suffering begins.
What? Slow suffering? Definitely time to blind the Shambler. Unfortunately, it dodges that. I'd love to do something else on ABBA. Unfortunately, they are so far out of position. It doesn't really seem to make sense to do anything else. We do resist the stress there, thankfully. A Wiggling Feast. Looks like the enemy has had the ability to heal off of that. Quickly roll an anti-venom.
Impeccably timed.
That burn combo gives us a huge amount of damage for the Shambler, and also keeps us ready. You know what? Just gonna use the Wicked Slice. I'm not even gonna PBS here. I don't want to ruin the Plague Doctor again. Undulating withdrawal. There's more blight for the party.
Emboldened.
Another blindness smoke bomb gets dodged. Rude. There we go. Party positions fixed. Woohoo! Physician heal by self. With the healing salve. Oh baby, that's both of the Clapper Claws down before they get an action. Unfortunately, it's right before they get both summoned. So I get to prevent the action of 2 Clapper Claws, the absolute least, and that's still worth something, surely. Remove the huge blight on myself. Oh my god. The enemy's dodge just makes me never hit. It's too effective. I'm gonna try and daze this. Never mind, I know that unit has 100% resist. I was never gonna be able to daze them. I'm blinded right now. Oh my god. If like half of these dodges or blind misses went the other direction instead, we would not have any issues right now. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, and now we have issues right now. I mean, yeah, duelist advance. More riposting for me. The burns resisted on the main target. Unfortunately there. Okay. That's fine. That's also ideal, actually. Not just fine, but ideal. That too. Yeah, I can't just lose the character that quickly. It's too much. I can't heal Dismas right now, unfortunately. Sorry, not Dismas. You are Blood. Straight through the Death Blow Wicked Slice there. Love it. And look, I'd love to slow down the enemies right now as well. But I suspect if I don't defend an appropriate target, I might lose them. Yes. That's one of the reasons I felt that way. I would love to just throw the plague grenade to the back line right now, but
Caustic agony.
an appropriate end to the fight demands that I act a little bit more intelligently than that.
End.
Okay, cool. Now all of the enemies are dead. I'm gonna bellow so they die as slow as they can in the next round,
With them yet.
so that I have as much time as is possible to get some stress reduction. Cool. Stress reduction tool number 1. Boom. Didn't work out.
Deliberate
Second one dies.
methodical appliance of harm.
Alright, so we got through it. It didn't end our run. Hierarchy of Sights. For increased stress, gives you increased damage. There's Adrenalizing Ash as well at turn end, possibility of speeding up, and the Ethereal Dust. We also got 2 Mastery and 100 Flame. I don't think that was worth it. I don't think it was worth it almost at all. How many of my stacks of items did I fully use there? Abba, you can now hold the final glimmer of hope. Some anti-venom, some smelling salts on our fastest team member. Okay. Like, yeah.
A simple choice. At least it should be.
I'm gonna take the cache. Caches now give us additional items,
At least we know what's coming.
courtesy of the candle upgrades that I gave just a moment prior. And to say at the end of the 3 episodes ago now, I think. Alright, Cache, what you got in?
The Wainwright awaits, eager to ply his trade.
Clasp knife for bleeding, resist piercing, there's some whiskey, monk soaked linen, toxic ichor. I mean, it's
Your
fine.
coach is laden. You can carry no more.
I'm gonna get rid of the clasp knife. And the pristine lure.
Analysis
And
is
surgeon's
invaluable
directory.
until it becomes an excuse for inaction.
2 whittling tools there. I don't need to do anything else right now. I'm about to get a loathing, and then straight to the Oblivion's Rampart in order to remove a loathing. I do believe everyone has the right abilities tagged for this. Actually, controlled burn could make more sense. Cool. Just for the ability to torment specific lines for the enemy. Okay, that's also just stress recovery. What we just picked up there, the laudanum. So I could just pop that on someone and also just throw away the single torch, keep open an item slot, in case I ran over a thing and immediately picked up an item. The cherub is blinded. Yes. It's one ambitious altar. I gotta take care of both of those backlines something fierce. Well, starting to work on one of them quite well. Range skills, 50% less damage taken. Yeah, fair enough. I'm going to be using take aim and then probably a rampart in order to move that unit backwards. Ooh. A crit token for Patricia.
Excellent work.
Deeply harsh. Immobilize has prevented us from being able to take the move that I wanted previously. I'm going to use Laudanum on myself, and then a bolster for 4 stress reduction from our team. I mean, yeah, I don't need to use point blank shot. Although that says it'll do 34 damage. Oh, it's now melee skills do negative 50% damage. So yeah, it's time for a point blank shot.
A brilliant conclusion.
Hell yeah. I'm fine with their cherub having to act from frontline, right?
Thing, as repulsive as it is.
Yeah, it mostly worries about scrambling backwards. There you go, a brisk bedevilment and then it disappears. The altar is now dead. As soon as it cares next to act. Managed to burn 2 different targets at the same time there. Unfortunately, the altar has given a huge amount of regen to this deacon. It's possible I can get more effectiveness with bolster later if I just hold off on it for a second here. I'm gonna thunk the cherub for some damage there. See if I can set up for the possibility to end up removing it in time. And that may yet happen. And then it did.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
Okay, range skills are now doing less. However, I have a melee skill for you instead. Get down to death's door. No, that regen prevents them from going down to death's door. The Sundering Steel, however, still gets him there. And a wee little firefly there to finish it off. Silent treatment. If a stained item is equipped at round start, a 66% chance to gain stealth. If stealth, plus 50% crit. If no stealth, plus 50% damage taken. It's also a wolf's blood for extra speed, lower max HP. That,
The loathing whispers.
that crit modifier. That doesn't That doesn't make like a run and hide build appropriate, right? No, because even critting with Patricia right now doesn't really do that much. So having plus 50% crit doesn't really help me that much. The weakness of plus 50% damage when I'm not stealthed, though, will often end up hitting me. So what's been giving us our stealth at the start of fights? Ah, there we are, it's sneaky. At combat start, 25% chance to gain stealth, which is, yeah, it's neat. I really don't think I can do that, still. All right, let's get rid of the wolf's blood. I'm also just gonna get rid of the cruel intent. No, I don't want to get rid of the cruel intent in case one of my characters dies and they get replaced with a leper. That is legitimately the reason. I don't need as much milk soaked linen as we have access to, so at the absolute least I can make it to the next inn off of the back of that. Oh. Okay, well, hopefully there's nothing in this. There is, but it's relics, so it's all good. Impermeable poultice, though. Oh! It gave me the item, and it says I'm overloaded, so I couldn't
The
continue.
familiar hearth crackles invitingly once again.
Thankfully, it keeps that. Oh, I got some positives finally. Ballard has gained sneaky. That's of course our PBS highwayman. +1 to speed and a fourth of a chance to get stealth at combat start. Abatoth is now a spotter. There's some bad digestion on Dyla's side, and Patricia is melophobic. Summit View gives 20% extra route and location scouting for the next area we go out into.
Experience, however painful, is the greatest teacher of all.
Oh, pretty much all of the almanacs are available to us, and even more luxury gear.
Each improvement, a new variable in the equation of your fate.
I mean, kind of have what I want.
Consider your position and plan accordingly.
We found it. The Fator's Rat Skull. It's an indelible trinket for the Highwayman at turn start if you are first in the turn order. Which, the Rat Skull is not going to make us first in the turn order, admittedly. However, Sneaky makes us a little bit faster. And Greater Wolf's Blood will make us first in the turn order consistently. And if we just have a crit token, we just blast some nerd away immediately with a PBS. 2/3 of the time at the turn of start. Start of turn, sorry. So yeah, I think I definitely want to plan around going to the Fator. Lower bleed resist in the area. Unfortunately, I don't bleed the enemies, but they bleed me, so that'll be pretty good for them. I have to go to 3 academic studies in order to get the Rat Skull. But I don't...
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
At least there is a Fator book here. There's some clotting poultice at least. What are people's relationships like? It's just Abba and Ballard, who do not like one another at the moment. I mean, play some cards. Hey, now they like one another. Everyone improved their relationship there. Never mind, they don't like one another anymore. Nice. They like one another again. Okay. Abba and... or Ballard and everyone except for Dyla get very friendly with only one more drink. Dyla... Let's give some stale bread to our 2 front liners. Armor repair kit there. Blight resist, also probably appropriate for ABBA. Okay, I don't really have the ability to guarantee any scouting. That's nerve making. I'm gonna buy some clotting poultices. And I believe one of those is for each of my frontliners. I only have one more region I need to go to before we get to the end. I mean, like, I do have the Almanac for the Sprawl. Prey Sun would be better. 2 Oblivion's Ingresses. There's 1... I don't really need Mastery, I guess, is probably the... Like, Mastery is good, don't get me wrong. I love Mastery. But I'm getting close to, like, reasonably maximal utilization of Mastery right now for us. So yeah, I don't think I want that. I do think I want the other one. Ounce of Prevention is very effective in the Fator. Battlefield Medicine's probably also extremely effective there. I love the idea of upping Duelist Advance. Defender, definitely as well. Managing my own backline. Bellow also needs an upgrade now. I think Stand Fast needs an upgrade, and we tag Crush off for it. Although Stand Fast actually doesn't need an upgrade while we have Stone Mount, because the upgrade only removes combo. That's all it really does.
A bit of comfort on the road to damnation.
Buy some stale bread for Patricia.
The plating is patched. The coach stands ready once more.
I'm gonna up pistol shot and maybe control burn. No, smokescreen and firefly is so key. Stand Fast just doesn't seem like it's impactful to upgrade at all, though. You know what, Tyler? Remove your own DOT. Then I'm taking in the Fator Almanac. I can throw away any other almanacs. It's 100% Hero Shrine scouting location. I mean, I still do really want to do that.
Experimentation. Your academic instincts serve you well.
Spacious Strongbox is only giving us 1 space worth of stuff at the moment. I can throw away the Almanac for the Sprawl as well. That's not going to be relevant at ever. I think I'm just nervous.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
I'm going to buy a restorative herb and give that to ABBA and see if that is going to help keep them alive for the period of time that I would like them to be alive, which is to say, all time. 3 academic studies. If I find them,
Farms and
I'll take
fields
them.
of our kingdom, overrun with putrescence and rot.
All right. Let's see. Oh boy, that's a lot of positive relationships, hopefully.
Tried and tested. A bond to be counted on.
So respectful relationships with some dodge and some buff. Neat.
Aspiration unites the hopeful.
A hopeful relationship is going to be stress reduction. Amorous is heal or DOT removal. Wicked Slice removes DOT. Cause of death. Not going to be used.
While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
Beautiful. That's a party getting along quite well. And we're going to see how well that does them in the next area in the next episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody, the name of the game. Well, that's been Darkest Dungeon 2. Top left is the series playlist for all my content in the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendation is down below. And streaming past the names of the people so generally see supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays at or above the thank tier. And a special thanks this episode to 3D. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.